hey, Mom, I'm really sorry for being a little bit of a bad boy, but I just can't help it. I've been a really good boy all day, with the therapy, and now I'm trying to be a good boy now, but I really want to be friends with Lioness, but I don't know if he likes me.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Welcome to Unconditional. I am so excited about today's guest. I've been a big fan of her for a long time. I think she's incredible. And today she is here with her dog, Wally. And you all know her, yes, from The Bachelor, Bachelorette, but she is also an incredible writer and an author. And she has a new book out called The 4 Engagement Rings of Sybil Rain. We talk all about that. Get this book. It's very fun. And please enjoy this episode with Hannah Brown and her dog, Wally. I'm so excited you're here. I'm so excited I get to talk to you. And we have so many things to talk about, but I need you to tell me about Wally and how Wally came into your life. Look at Linus and Wally are playing. They're so funny right now.
They're like,
Hi, Wally.
Hi,
Wally.
Stepbrothers. Like they act,
That is like the perfect description. They that's
kind of
love
what's going
and
on
hate
here.
each other.
Yeah.
Yes. Like Linus just wants to tease. Wally's like, I'm down. And then Linus is like, no, not so much. Yeah. Okay.
Wally, so I moved to LA after kind of like during the time I was on Bachelorette and then after. And I was living by myself. And my mom was like, you need a dog. Okay, see.
Oh, my God.
It's
wonderful. It's the greatest.
He's a mess. He has no boundaries.
I'm actually. Oh, wait, that's me. Oh, no, there we go. All right, go on. So you were.
I was living by myself, and my mom was like, I think you really need to get a dog. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm scared to take care of a dog by myself. Like, I've never had that responsibility. I grew up with dogs. We had golden retrievers my whole life, but like, I don't know. It was kind of like I took care of them, but it was our family dog.
Right.
But to have a dog on my own, I was a little bit nervous about. But I decided I wanted to have a dog. But then I met my fiance, my now fiance, Adam. And, I told him, I was like, I kind of want to get a dog. But we had just started dating and kind of was like, I'm going to check this out. Well, we ended up deciding we want to get a dog together. And
that's a big step.
It was a big step.
That's like.
This is like a few months later.
That's like we're committing to a life.
Yes. And trust me, like I was fine. But I remember the day that I got Wally, I got so anxious. I like started having a freak out. But I realized like commitment jumps just scare me in general. And this was like a really big commitment. Like this is a life that I'm going to take care of for his entire life.
And you're and I'm with
doing
someone.
It with someone.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I remember like I was just so anxious. And then I saw his face and held him for the first time. And I'm like, I just love him. Like he is not like what I would say an easy dog.
Why? What's up with Wally?
So Wally has like two sides. Wally is so sweet, so fun. And then we also call him Damien. And he's just like a demon. Does not
Wally.
listen. And just like, he's just hard. He can be hard. Like he's so smart. And he wants a lot of attention.
Hello.
And it can just be a little bit of a challenging dynamic sometimes. But man, it's so worth it. He has brought so much joy into our life. Love. Like it really showed me like how much love I have for someone that like, even though he can be what we call Damien, like I love him through it.
Wally, also known as Damien. It's okay. That's Wally.
Because he's so sweet. And when he is so cuddly, it's like my favorite thing in the entire world. Like his cuddles are the best.
Yeah.
I'll take every Damien day for the cuddles.
Oh, I love that. You also mentioned like when you got here, so I have this thing that like when people talk about how their animals came into their life, I always say they like pick us because I feel like you just know. Like you'd also know probably if you were like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like maybe they belong with someone else, or maybe they like,
No.
when you know. And so I always say like, I'm like, Wally picked you. He like picked you.
And he's taught me, like I said, just so much and made me so much more patient. And, he's the cutest thing ever, but he's also hard. He's stretched me in a lot of ways, which I think I needed.
Like expanded your like
me.
heart.
And, like,
yeah.
He's perfect to me, but he's not the easiest dog, like I said. So I think that's good for me. I think it stretched me in really good ways to be able to love him, have patience with him, be able to sit on the floor and calm him down and like wait for that moment, because it's so sweet when he decides to choose calm.
Yeah.
It's always worth it.
To choose calm.
Yeah,
I love that.
We've learned that because Wally has had to go to bad boy camp twice.
Bad boy camp.
Yeah.
Tell me about bad boy camp. Which is the best name ever for doggy school.
Doggy boot camp.
Doggy boot camp.
We sent him to doggy boot camp not once but twice. Like I said, he's so smart that he knows what not to do, but he wants to test you. If he doesn't have your undivided attention, he will find a way to make sure that he does. And sometimes that's in fun ways and sometimes not so fun. Like when he decides to eat a whole loaf of bread off the counter and then guards the plastic because he wants to keep that.
Sure.
When he doesn't really want it, it's just a way to get attention.
Yep.
Or, he just decides to run down the street and continue to run down the street, and it causes you a
Wally,
heart attack.
do you run down the street
Yes.
and then give your mama a heart attack?
Yes. And then he comes back and he's just...
He was like, that was fun.
That was so fun. I'm like... I'm not okay.
Yeah, no, it
so
stresses
we had
us
to
out.
take him to Bad Boy Camp twice, and what's so funny is when he gets there, he's like, he's great. He knows everything.
Of course.
And I'm like, you little stinker. And then he comes back and he tests me.
Yeah.
He's so much better with Adam. I think they have that whole thing. Like, he's definitely the alpha and he knows he can mess with me. But if he wants to cuddle somebody, he's coming to me. So I'm like, he likes to play games with me. That's for sure.
I love that.
He's a bad boy, but we love him.
They test us. They make us. That's why I always say, I'm like, my dogs, any dog I've had has made me a better person in some way, or like gone through like an era of my life with me that I'm like, that will always be like whatever the lessons were of that time. Like, anyway, but you mentioned when we came up today, you were like, that you would come from therapy, and you were like, yeah, he goes with me. You're like, he's literally my like therapy dog. Was that because you were coming here today, or does he like go with you to therapy?
So he always goes with me and my fiance to our couples therapy. He always comes. He's not missed a session.
Oh my God,
So yeah.
But not individual therapy.
Well, he will go with, Adam's been to individual therapy. He goes with him. But with me, like I said, he listens to Adam a little bit more than he does with me. But it's so interesting. Like he can be, wild, crazy, want to jump in everybody's lap, be so excited. But when I've had like some big breakthrough moments, it's so interesting how he'll come and like lay in my lap and he like knows. So like he definitely carries some duality in his life. Like he can be that like calming presence that I need when I need it most.
Well, they can sense like energy.
Yeah.
So when you're in it, he's like, oh shit.
He's like I need to comfort her and be there. So actually I had like one of my biggest like hardest like realizations, and I will never forget, like he moved, Adam was with me. It was like just a big processing of realizing things from my past and how they kind of show up. And he was the best he's ever been about just, he wanted to be in my lap and just lay. He wasn't trying to lick he was just trying to like console me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, you
that
are
instinct.
the best. He's the best dog. He really is the best. And you're so right. Like he picked me and knew that I needed the stretching, but also that like love that only like he can sometimes sense exactly what I need.
It's pure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so pure. I mean, that's why I call the podcast Unconditional, because I truly feel like that bond and that love is like unconditional between us and our pets and with them, and just like sensing that moment in you. I just feel like they're so healing on so many levels. Like, I don't know if you've heard some of these stories of like therapy dogs going into schools after shootings, or to like even just like colleges during finals week, you know, or something like that, calming the students down who are like getting super stressed, like petting a dog. They're like doing these studies now that like petting a dog, what it does actually to like studying what it does to all of our, you know, levels. I'm not a, you know, scientist. I don't know.
But like it really does help bring our nervous system back when we can like just be with a dog and just see like when Wally like is intentionally, like when we like meet eyes, I'm like, I am looking into, I think he's a human. I think there's a human in there. Like it's real.
I do want to talk about like the therapy part. You know, like Freud used to have a dog. He would bring his like chow. He had a chow. He'd bring his chow into sessions because people would be different. So another reason like I'm doing this podcast is like I feel like you see a different side to people when you talk about pets. But also I want to talk about a few okay, I have some like funny rapid fire questions, but the biggest one is I want to hear your awful version of your Wally voice.
Okay, so my fiance Adam has a voice for Wally that is so good. So I butcher it because I can't do any type of accent impersonation.
Okay.
But it would be like, hey, Mom, I'm really sorry for being a little bit of a bad boy, but, you know, I just can't help it. I've been a really good boy all day, you know, with the therapy, and now I'm trying to be a good boy now, but I really want to be friends with Lioness, but I don't know if he likes me.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
It's so
okay?
good.
And he always ends with, okay.
Oh, my God.
My fiance like
Linus.
has his voice because you look at him and you don't think he's like from.
How do you
somewhere in
greet
New York.
him when like if you come in the door and you see him? Are you like, oh, that's what I do with him? I go,
I'm like, hey, Wally.
Linus, stop. What do you do?
I just am like, hey, Wally. Hey, sweet boy.
Aww.
Hey, sweet boy.
He knows.
Even though he's a bad boy, but he's my
You're a
sweet
bad boy, but you're a good boy. Hello, Wally. You're the sweetest thing. I love this story, though, so much. Well, okay, let's talk about the book because I don't want to miss out on talking about that. But like, okay, so your book, The 4 Engagements of Sybil Rain, is coming out, and we're so excited about it. It follows which we learned from a previous podcast, a character from another book into a new story. Tell me. Okay,
so in my first book, or romance novel, Mistakes We Never Made, it all centers around Sybil's wedding weekend. And even though you don't have to read Mistakes We Never Made before the 4 engagements rings of Sybil Rain, a lot of people were just so interested in wanting to know, like, where was Sybil?
Yeah.
What's going on? And so it naturally just made sense to be able to tell her story. And so the book follows Sybil after wedding weekend and kind of how her life story unfolds with her relationship with her now ex-fiance, Jamie.
Oh, okay.
Which I need to make sure I can say that, but I'll just make sure.
Sure.
But I think it's out there in the like copy, but and yeah, it's been a year since the whole wedding weekend, and she's learned a lot about herself, and is finally she's kind of been. Sybil is definitely like the girl everyone's obsessed with. She's so fun, but also like so messy. Like she's the good time, but like her actual state she needed to make some changes, but she's really kind of worked on that. It's a really fun book of like kind of what happens next in Sybil's life 1 year after this wedding weekend and kind of where she is. And also like my first book, I think it's so important to have like a beautiful romance with this happily ever after. But also what was so fun about this book for me was really getting into like who Sybil is, because I feel like she could be a little misunderstood. She is a runaway bride, which,
oh yeah.
you know, I feel like could be like a little bit damning for some people to be like, why would you do this? But to understand her more and be able to get into the parts of Sybil that are so lovable, but then also process like why she runs, was really fun to do in this book that I think people are really going to love and want to root for her and root for her relationship, especially when she ends up being at the same resort as her ex-fiance a year later and having to run into him and maybe being able to see like how have they changed and how are they better and can there be reconciliation?
I love that. When I read the synopsis about it too, I was like, oh, I got like Forgetting Sarah Marshall kind of vibes. And then, but I also got like My Best Friend's Wedding vibes, just because not that it's the same like situation, not that, but like never mind. I can't spoil that either. Okay. But anyway, so that book is coming out. We are so excited about it. And oh my God.
I love that you said Couples Retreat because I want
Couples Retreat. Yeah.
Like, I mean, not Couples Retreat.
Sarah Marshall.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sarah Marshall.
But it's Couples Retreat too. Yeah.
Those like having to have like, it's such a fun story being like in Hawaii, like they're in Hawaii but also like having to like have some really uncomfortable conversations with people that you care about and being able to do that in a really funny way too.
I love it.
That was kind of one of the things I was keeping in the back.
I want to see this movie too. I love that. Okay, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions about Wally.
Okay.
And then one is, if Wally, maybe 3, had an occupation in this world, what do you think it would be?
I think he would work at some like Italian like diner.
Wait, that's so specific.
Because he would be like the manager that was like greeting everybody and you know, he kind of has that energy. Like he wants to meet everybody, he wants to be around them. But then, you know, can maybe get a little grumpy, you know, if the meatballs didn't come out right. Maybe take your meatballs if you didn't appreciate them because he made them. You know, I don't know. But I feel like he would work at like an Italian diner.
Oh my God, I love that. So that's a really good one. Yeah. Like I've asked everyone that question and that's a very good occupation.
I don't know where that came from. Maybe because like I don't know. But
that's so good.
I think he would crush that.
If he were a celebrity in this world today, who would he be? Like who would he, or who would be him, I should say.
Who would you be, Wally?
Who's like super good and super bad? Who's like a good person who's also like a good boy and a bad boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy and a bad boy?
Maybe Justin Bieber? I don't know.
Justin Bieber! Oh my God.
We love him. Made some interesting choices along the way, but like overall, I think maybe good.
Oh my God. Perfect. That's so perfect. And how has he changed your life?
Oh my gosh. He's brought so much joy into my life. Like seeing him be so excited to just experience the little things in life. Like he just makes me laugh more. He really...
Did you hear that, Wally? You make her laugh.
He really is just honestly taught me how to love in a really sweet, stretching way. Like we've kind of talked about. Like I'm so thankful for him. Yeah. I don't know what I would do without him. Like he has made my life so much better.
They expand our hearts.
You're the best. You're the very best. Yeah.
And now Linus is in love with you too.
I mean... He's pretty special.
He's great. And he's now taken ownership of you because that's what he does when he's like, I pick her and Wally's no longer allowed anywhere near her. She is mine.
It's really interesting that he's wanting to play so much because typically, like when we go to the dog park, he likes other dogs, but he is obsessed with a ball. Like to the point he doesn't, like we've talked about, like, do we want to get another dog? But I think we call him like kind of the homeschool only child. Like he's just, he loves all the attention, obviously, and he's kind of fine being a loner. So it was really interesting, like how much he wanted to interact. Yeah. Because most of the time he's just like, he's friendly to other dogs. Like he's not like not friendly, but he just cares about
his ball
and his
mama. And it's
And
people.
that's it.
Yeah. That's so funny. I always wonder where the ball thing is. My mom's dog is completely obsessed. Like if there's a ball in the room, like she can't even like think about anything else.
No, it's insane. Like I've never seen a dog like him. Like I thought about bringing one, but like it would be very more disruptive than he already is.
Yeah, well,
like,
he's not.
It is there. I could give him a steak and a ball, and I think he might pick the ball.
Wow.
It's like that.
I wonder what that comes from because my mom has it too. Like my mom's dog has it too. I had a dog that was kind of like that. Like I had to be very intentional. Like when I brought out the ball, that was like I had to know that like it was game over. Yeah,
Nothing else matters.
And I'm trying to think like in their evolution, like what that is. Is it a rabbit? Is it something they would chase? Is it something they would eat? Is it something like
well,
what?
I think because he has lab in him. You know, like those are like. Weren't they like bred to hunt?
Yeah.
So I guess
something
it has
in
to
that.
do something about like with that. But
Ooh, I'm gonna look that up. That's gonna be like a good fun fact.
Yeah, but that's his favorite thing to do, and it's so fun to see him get so excited about that. It's probably one of my favorite things.
Wally, we love you. You're the best. I think for my like rapid fire questions, I think we got like you're sweet. Good too because you're just like you're like it's the occupation thing. People will be like, "Come back to me."
I don't know how.
Like, yeah, but you were like,
but then I was
Italian diner greeter. I was like, oh my god, amazing. And anyway, is that it?
Coming up to every table, wanting to check it out.
Yeah,
probably doing something entertaining for the guests. That's Wally.
That's what you do, bud. That's what you do. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode. Thank you, Hannah, for doing this. Please follow us on our Instagram at unconditionalpod and go to our YouTube, Unconditional with Maggie Lawson. And we will be back next week. Cannot wait.